Warning, spoilies ahead.
John Travolta brought back the spirit of Orson Welles to write and direct Wild Hogs, and it shows. It really shows. It's very powerful the way it's shot.
Masterpiece.
True Orson Welles masterpiece of Wild Hogs. I don't want to shit on Wild Hogs because it is better than Citizen Kane. So I mean, like his growth, I think because he had so much time from being dead to like really hone his craft, you know. Hello, people of the future. Welcome to Two Guys, One Film. I'm Dylan.
And I'm Dane.
And this week we watched the 1987 sci-fi film, The Running Man, directed by Paul Michael Glaser, which I didn't know this until I looked it up last night, is fucking Starsky from Starsky and Hutch. I was like, oh, okay. Based off the book by Stephen King, but under his pseudonym Richard Bachman. And screenplay by Stephen E. DeSouza. Yeah. Yeah, I had no idea it was the dude that played Starsky from like the old Starsky and Hutch.
I
Ben
wasn't
Stiller,
like a big like Starsky and Hutch
either,
watcher.
but I recognized him. I was like, hey, that's that dude. And he was like, I guess I'll just direct Running Man. And hey, that's fine. Okay, quick synopsis. It's the future. It's 2017. Shit's real bad. Shit's real fucked. The government's banned music, certain movies, very totalitarian, and television is cool. Television is cruel. And then, yeah, Arnold Schwarzenegger is in the army, cops,
I
something
think he's
like
a
that.
cop. But I think it's like, well, they say it's like a police state, so I'm assuming
Yeah, I
it's
think
like
it's just-
very like militarized, like
Yeah.
police, and they are.
Yeah. But, you know, he is supposed to open fire on a riot going on in Bakersfield.
The crowd is unarmed.
There's there's women and children down there.
Yeah,
And folks, just a quick thing, we're probably going to be doing a lot of Arnold
lot
Schwarzenegger
of that.
impressions. So buckle up, because if you don't like it, I don't give a shit. The hell with you.
yeah.
Anyway, let's get into it. So what's hilarious to me is that he's flying the chopper and he's like, "I'm on civilians," and they're like, "We don't care, take them down."
Yeah.
And he's like, "To hell with you, I'm not going to do it." And then the guy's like, "Everybody, subdue him." I'm like, "Yeah, fucking good luck."
Yeah.
Like, I'd be that guy, like, I can't take this dude on, and just like instantly punches that one dude and he's out. Like,
Yeah.
Jesus. Like, I'd be that guy, like, I'm not even gonna fucking try, dude.
Like, really, why don't you just wait for him to fly back? You know, he's the pilot.
Yeah.
You know, also. Like,
oh yeah, who's flying it? Once he knocks the other co-pilot out, he's
Yeah.
wrestling around with the dudes in the back.
they pull him out of the seat eventually.
Yeah. And then he like falls kind of out of it. He catches himself, so he's doing like
He's
when
like
Conan's
dangling
getting
out of the
swung
plane.
around.
Yeah.
We said bring him in, not kill him. Okay. And then meanwhile, who's flying the fucking helicopter?
It's like that one movie we watched where the guy is like,
yeah, Final Cut.
Yeah.
was looking at the window after the big burrito dog smashed against the window. Second time we've talked about that movie, folks.
All I can say is that it's movie magic.
It's don't think about it, just enjoy the fucking ride.
It's the Force.
It's just the Force.
We've
but
all
then
come to that
it's
conclusion at this point.
18 months later?
Yeah.
I think. And the progression of time has taken place because Arnold now has a beard.
A sick
He
beard.
fucking looks cool in a beard, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I wish he would have just like rocked that more often. Like, I don't care if this was fake. He still looks good. Like present day with like that gray beard that he's going on. Fucking cool. A lot of people look cooler in beards, you know?
Yeah. Well, facial hair. It does something
Yeah,
to the face. I myself am one of those people. The
me
mustache
too.
goes
I've
just
shaved and I look like a 12-year-old boy. I don't like it.
yeah, it doesn't look right.
Yeah,
Like
this was right.
facial hair is like makeup for men.
Yeah, it's a facial enhancement.
Yes.
Some of us look like small children and want to look like big boys, so
Yeah.
we grow beards.
Are we big
Also,
boys? No,
no,
not underneath this mustache. Am I a
this
big boy?
facade of a elderly man trying to become an
Yeah,
adult.
a distinguished gentleman. I'm very much a child.
In the prison where they have collars that blow your head up if you get past the.
I
I'm
mean,
like, what?
it seems feasible. I
Yeah,
think
I feel
like
like that's a
it's
thing
pretty
you can do
simple.
today.
I don't know. I don't see it like with how little it is being as powerful it is as it is.
I mean, it's 2019.
2017.
Well, it's 18 months later, so it's 2019,
Oh, that's right.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
No. Yes.
yeah. So, they have the high powered small explosives that can just blow from this way up, not this way down.
Yeah.
Just directional explosives.
It's the Force guys.
Yeah,
I'm
once
looking
again,
into it.
all I know is it looks cool when a head blows up because of the collar.
Yeah.
That's all we should care about.
The idea, Stephen. I'm assuming that came from the book Stephen King. It's a cool
Yeah,
idea. Thank you, sir.
you're good at ideas.
But
It's
there's a
really
lot
cool.
of there's a lot of one-liners I totally had to write down
I
because like during this part he throws a guy over a balcony, give you a lift.
Oh my god. That is what's I'm glad that Arnold found his thing. Like of course the I'll be back from Terminator, but also like the puns
Yeah,
has just was an Arnold thing, and they're fucking great, and you're waiting for them in movies. They always fucking land, in my opinion. But like, it's just fucking great that he found his thing. This huge fucking man is just like, I'm going to say funny puns. People are going to write them for me, and I'm like, fucking
like,
good, dude.
yes.
I will also say Harold Vladimir, whatever you say your name, sir. Did the soundtrack. He's the guy that did the Fletch soundtrack too.
Really,
I
I would have to go back and listen to that because I wouldn't have made the comparison, but I really like the sound, like the intro to this.
Dude, it's fucking sick. So they're coming up with a plan. Arnold, the dude from Alien, and then the wormy little guy that looks like a mouse with the glasses.
Yeah,
I forgot his name. Begins with an S, his last name. I don't know, folks. I'm horrible with names.
I am too. I should have wrote them down. I tried to write stuff down because I'm
Yeah.
like, there's lots of names, and
I keep wanting to call him Matrix, but I know it's Ben Richards.
yeah,
Right? Yeah.
yeah,
Laughlin, that's the guy. Oh, Vice. He's the guy with the glasses.
yeah.
And he's checking the guy who makes the codes to unlock
Yeah.
the things.
He's looking over his shoulder, and that guy's like, "What are you looking at?"
Go move some rocks around, because that's your job, is to just move rocks from over here to over here. That's your
No.
punishment.
Yeah, now pick them up and move
Yeah.
them. Pick up that can.
Yeah. I will say too, you can tell Arnold's a badass because when they start the revolution, he's just shooting fucking M16s one-handed, dude.
One-handed, dude.
Like
It's,
nothing, just like
there's like no recoil.
nothing.
Like he's so pumped and ready to fucking go. I mean, the intro to him in the prison is him carrying this huge steel beam.
Yeah.
Like,
Where do you want it? I don't know. We didn't ask for it, dude. Oh well, here you go. Maybe that was just his work.
I had to. Yeah, he had to stay fit while in prison
I had to
for
get the
18
pump
months.
on, the
Yeah.
pump. If you feel the blood in your muscles, it's the pump. I'm not gonna say the rest of that quote. Look it up yourself, folks. It's fucking hilarious.
It's
I love
hilarious.
it. One of the many favorite Arnold quotes, not from movies. It's fucking great.
They do the fake fight.
Oh yeah, that's right. Who was acting?
Start a prison riot.
Yeah. Man, I thought we were acting. You're conscious, aren't you? You're alive, aren't you? So,
Yeah.
Probably could have punched a hole through your skull.
Well, it was Arnold. He goes like, "I thought you were acting," and then he's like, "Oh, who's acting?" And he's like, "Well, you're alive, aren't you?" I was like, "Oh, the banter's so
Oof.
good. It's just so good."
Oof. And he's just so quick at him, dude.
Yeah,
It's just so
yeah.
fucking great. And like he's always just like a smart ass asshole, but it's endearing and we love it.
Yeah. And then so he's trying to do the code, Weiss
like,
or
yeah,
whatever.
it's like locking, unlocking, and he's like, try it outside, and then
Oh yeah, because they can't get the signal in here because it's
for some reason, even though the guy was doing the signal from in here, we just stole it. But,
well, he was kind of close to there was like some space
yeah.
behind him, so it was probably the open air behind him.
We are good at micro explosives around collars that blow your head up, not your body. But as far as 5G, it's probably at a 3G in 2019.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm wondering. So, if your head explodes, is it easier to just clean up like that much of a body? Is like, or would it be easier to
I
just
think
not have
maybe
to clean up like a big exploded body that would?
I
just
think that's
send
probably why
everything
they
up?
did it. At first, it was just like bodies blowing up, and they're like, you know what, guys, we gotta concentrate this explosion. Let's just do it on the head up, and they're like, that's easy. Just kind of sweep up the head brains, and then you just drag the body away. They're like,
Yep.
this is saving us so much more time. I do like the guy, you know, that he gets the code, but it's still like flipping out. So that guy Chico just starts running. It's like, Chico, no!
No, it's
like,
not done yet. And I'm like, well, it's very obviously not done yet. It's solid green when it's ready to go. Like,
yeah.
for real, dude?
But then again, you got to see it work. It's like that one rule. I forgot what it's called, but you show a gun in a movie, you got to use the gun.
Yeah.
You show a micro explosive in a collar, you got to
You
fucking
gotta use it
right?
at least once.
We as an audience want to see someone's head get blown up.
Yeah, you can't tease us like that.
Don't tease me, baby.
Yeah. I want to see. What's his name? Chico. His head
Chico's
just. And then his,
like a pumpkin.
Yeah. And then the fake body just.
What
Love
I
it.
like was
I
like
love it.
Arnold's face during that, you know, he's kind of tore up. But once they like get it and unlock it, he's still just like nothing. Like is he regret? I don't know what's going on with that, but
You know, he's dealt with lots of that kind of shit in his life.
he's seen some shit, man.
He wants to escape.
Yep.
Like he's not even down with that whole resistance crap.
Yeah,
first,
which I love.
so-
He's like, yeah, you guys have fucking fun with that. I'm not
Yeah.
doing this. He's
I'm
like,
just gonna
nothing-
leave the country because
Yeah.
fuck this shit.
Nothing losing your head over. Oh, so yeah, we get to introduce the underground resistance against the military state, ran by Mick Fleetwood from Fleetwood Mac, and they
Who
made him
seems
look
to-
old.
Yeah, like really fucking old, and he seems to remember like before times and shit. Like, and so this is like kind of cool about this movie that some
Yeah.
people remember shit like it, like because there's a part where Killian brings up Gilligan's Island.
Yeah, yeah, the one with the boat.
Yeah, and so I'm
somebody's
just
"What
like,
the fuck's Gilligan's
okay,
Island?"
so then it makes it a little bit more relatable because you're like, oh, this is like my universe,
yeah,
you know, so this could happen.
and yeah, like, you know, it's been banned for so long that like younger people are like, I don't know what the fuck Gilligan's Island
Yeah.
is. But I did a little bit of research. Well, real quick before I go into that, Dweezil's app is already in it, so it's 2 musicians
Oh yeah,
and 1 resistance. Here's a cool theory I read, and I think it's pretty fucking badass. People are saying Mick Fleetwood in the movie is just playing Mick Fleetwood. That's why he's older, because he says a line, you're the ones that banned my music. I was like, oh.
well, and I noticed that like he's also just called Mick.
Yeah,
Like,
they
just
call
refer
him
to
Mick.
as like Mick.
So like
So-
there's a cool theory that he's just Mick Fleetwood.
Which
I was
would be fucking cool, and he's just like the leader of like a resistance.
I mean, what
That's
else are you
fucking-
gonna
which
do?
would- which would
Fleetwood
be
Mac
pretty
broke
badass.
up, and he's like, "Hey, I can't."
But also,
beat any
he's
of the band
somewhat of a
members
techie.
anymore. Yeah,
I already dated them all and banged them all, including the
Hey,
guys.
yeah. Casey, oh man, I invented that cool vest that was the drum pad machine, and now I'm gonna just be a leader of resistance. He really did do that. I don't know if you've seen that.
No.
It's ridiculous. He's got like, it's this vest, and it's got like pressure things all over it, and he's like playing drums, but also has like other sound effects, and he's just standing on the front of the stage, just like going to town on this vest. It's kind of funny. It's kind of cool, but it's goofy at the same time.
I mean, I could see that.
Dweezil Zappa music. Dweezil Zappa music. That's Frank Zappa's.
I'm gonna.
That's the only way I hear it from. I don't know why. From a long time ago, I always hear Dweezil
Wow.
Zappa music. So I hope I ruined that song for you folks, or made it better. Who knows? But yeah, like, because I initially was like, why the fuck did they make Mick Fleetwood look so old? Other than, you know, he has to know the before times.
Yeah.
But then I also really loved that that theory that he's just Mick Fleetwood, which is like, that's fucking badass, dude.
I like that theory too. I think we should just go with that theory.
That's Mick Fleetwood, folks. You
Yeah.
heard it from Two Guys One Film. It's official. That's the
Yeah,
real Mick Fleetwood.
that's Mick Fleetwood, and that's the universe he lives in, where a bunch of music, including Fleetwood Mac, has been banned for some reason.
Rumors.
That was the first one they went for.
All true. All true.
Yeah.
Like, and then of course Arnold got his world gym shirt on, but he's also got his stogie.
Oh, of course.
Which another video, folks, you should watch is him discussing his stogies. Have you seen this video?
Yes.
Yeah, how he can stoke his stogies whatever he wants, because he's not
Yeah.
the little. He's not like you is to go hide the smoke his stogies.
Yeah.
Because my father-in-law showed me these, so my wife can't get mad. I don't go hide like you. I smoke my stogies where I want. Why? Because I'm ballsy. Fucking favorite line. I love Arnold, folks. He's
Yes.
he's just a goofball. I love it.
Well, yeah. He. Everybody gets their collars off. I like how they throw that one in the safe or whatever.
Like, it's like a hole or some shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Arnold's like, "Oh, my brother's gonna get me out of the city," and these two dudes are like, "We're gonna stay here." And so Arnold jumps on that truck of like workers, and he goes to the city.
He really takes a sweet ass time getting on that truck. I'm like,
I mean, have you seen him run? He could fucking make it, dude.
Yeah, that's true.
He is the running man.
That is true. Yes.
That's what gets him the job on the show.
Yeah.
So like and then we're introduced to probably the best casting choice in this movie to me was Richard Dawson as Killian. Getting Richard Dawson, a huge fucking like game show host on himself, being a game show host, he fucking nails it. He's just like not even trying, but he's like not a bad actor, which is great.
Yeah.
He's like a perfect asshole.
And then I kind of wonder, like, you really
Is this what you were like?
We really like that?
I feel
Dickhead.
like you were.
I feel like you might have been a bit of a dickhead behind the scenes.
When you're filming like 3 episodes of Family Feud a day, I would be a little bit cranky too, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
So when somebody doesn't bring my coffee, or if somebody bumps into me while they're mopping, I'm gonna be like, "Hey, no, it's totally fine." If that guy's mopping tomorrow, you need to, I'm gonna fucking fire you. So fire him.
Yeah.
His brother, by the way, has the worst security code. Which now, looking and thinking about it, she didn't change the security code on her door, so that's kind of her fault.
Yeah.
But it's 445566. That's how he gets into his brother's place.
Who would ever guess that? Not me.
It's at least it wasn't 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You know.
Yeah.
But he gets in there. He doesn't see his brother, so he decides to take a shower, and that's when our leading lady jumps in. Not Melina. I don't know her name. I'm thinking Total Recall. Total Recall and this get mixed up quite a lot. Amber.
Yeah.
But she works out to the Jesse Ventura, who's not actually teaching you to work out. He's just like walking in and pointing and just going like, yeah.
Like everybody else in the video is working out except for him, and he just keeps walking, videos, and that's it. No pain, no gain.
Yeah.
I'm Jesse Ventura.
I will say
he's Captain Freedom.
Yeah. And just a quick update, folks. Him and God's marriage is going really well.
It's true.
You know, I'm really happy for those two. You know, it's just beautiful to see a relationship flourish that much. You know, so.
I know. Talk about a match made in heaven.
Oh, you.
I know.
But to the happy couple, we're very happy for you. Kudos. And if you don't understand what we're saying, folks, go back and watch the promos for season 7. Richard Dawson's also throwing out the Dawson pinky.
Oh, like all the time, even when he's
all
drinking.
The time. So that was the Richard Dawson thing. You watch him on Match Game, he's got the pinky out all the time. And on the Feud, he's always got the pinky out. You know, it's his thing. When you got a ring on it, you gotta show it, baby.
Yeah, if you can be a man that can rock a ring like that, you show it off. I'm not one of those people.
You gotta be ballsy and badass enough like Richard Dawson to pull off a pinky ring.
Yeah. Like I'll see it on some people, and I'll be like, "Oof."
Oof, no,
Then I see it on some people, I'm like, "Sir,
Nice.
wow." Not
You can
everybody
pull
can
off a pinky ring.
pull off the pinky ring, but there's normally another ring that accompanies when I see
Yeah,
it.
it's not just the pinky. They got some other ones going on, but when you do the pinky, you can point like that.
Yeah. Well, there's so much weight.
Oh yeah,
It's hard to fold it up. You got it.
yeah, really got to extend it out.
Yeah. Show it off. Accentuate the ring.
Show that ring. You bought it for a reason.
Yeah.
So Amber comes home. To much surprise, Arnold finds her, and she sees on the TV like, oh, if you see this guy, he's an escaped convict, and he's the butcher of Bakersfield.
Yep.
He's the one that killed all those people in Bakersfield.
Yeah,
But
they show that video, and I love it. I love how it's edited.
yeah,
Like, oh, hey, there's innocent civilians out there. To hell with you.
to hell with you. I'm doing it. And then
it's just like him straight face, like I don't even.
it's just it's the power of editing. Really
And then my question to that is, so do they? That's really good footage.
See that this is what makes me laugh about this movie. Let's cut to a round of it. They have the exact same footage we're seeing from the cameramen that don't exist because it's a movie. I was like, where do they get all this superb footage that we've seen? Because it's like the footage of outside the helicopter looking into Arnold. I'm like, how'd they get that footage? It's like, but you don't want to reshoot it. I get it. You don't
like the only thing I can think is like, good God, like the public is just so stupid that they're like, oh man,
wow, that's weird.
That's crazy.
Wow, look at that. That's weird.
That's how people talk in the future. They're like, wow, that's crazy.
Crazy,
Wow.
weird. So he ties her up to the Bowflex because she's like, I'm gonna tattle on you. And it's bolted to the floor, I think just to show that he can like fucking rip it out,
Yeah.
But he's like, he's gonna get a travel pass and he's gonna go to Hawaii.
I love that. You don't have a travel pass. Oh, yeah, you're right. I don't. You do. Now I
do.
have a travel pass.
Yeah. I'm gonna go to Honolulu.
Yeah.
She's like, what if I, don't want to go? And he's like, oh, no, second
What if I say please?
Please. He's badass, dude. Rips it right out of the fucking floor. So they're in the airport. He's got a Hawaiian shirt on. And I like when he's like, remember, I can snap your neck like a chicken's. Like, all right. I gotta tell you, I get sick really easy. Car sick, plane sick. I'll probably throw up on you. Good, throw up on this shirt.
I love that. It's like, I'm gonna throw up all over you. He's like, go ahead. It won't show on this shirt.
It's so fucking good. This doesn't care. And then she, like a dummy she is, because she's like, I know you killed all those people. It's like, no, that was a fucking lie. I didn't do that.
Yeah.
Hits him right in the groin, and the balls, the dangus pangus.
Yeah.
And she's like, he's here. It's the butcher Basil of Baker Street. And, he starts chasing her. They start chasing him down, and he fucking can run. Like, I don't care if it's a stunt double. That dude can fucking run, dude.
Whoever
I feel like part of it's also Arnold, too. But
yeah.
If you're that stunt double, you can fucking
like, good God, dude. Do you think, and then they bust out the net gun on him?
Yeah.
Do you think that would work? Do you think
a
net gun like that would like work?
I feel like it could trip you up because I think the balls on it are like pretty heavy metal, but like so they can wrap around you. So I feel like that in itself like would throw you off because like these. I mean, maybe not a very sturdy man like Arnold Schwarzenegger. But anybody else, I think if it wrapped around you enough. Because I thought the same thing. I was like, would a net take me down? And I was like, what if it's shot at a high power with enough weights on it?
Also, the guy is in a car, which is driving at you. So there's some force, plus when you fire the gun. I don't know, folks. I'm not a scientist. It's probably the force.
It's probably
the force that tripped him right up. And then they're like,
put the net around him.
Yeah. Now you're going to jail, partner. But he's not going to jail.
Because, first he is. Or no, I think it's before he gets caught. Richard Dawson, Killian, sees that footage of him because he's like, oh, we have all these like shit contestants. And he goes, I want that. Because he's fucking huge and he can fucking run. And that would give me good ratings. Yeah. Find me that man. So when he gets caught, Richard Dawson has a little deal with the Department of Justice, the president.
Technically, he's not really arrested or in jail anymore.
Yeah. So he gets to be on the Running Man. Um, I want to bring up a point. I don't know if I'm going to bring it in the episode, but the TSA are fucking horrible because he like gives him
Right?
his pass, right? And he's like, "Where's your pass?" And he's like digging through. He's like, "Oh, she forgot all the credit cards. I had to find them there." And the people are like, "Come on." He's like, "All right, come on through." This is
Wow. I know. I was like,
this is
wow, dude.
I just want to say though, this is a pre 9/11 world. 9/11 didn't happen, I guess, because TSA is very laxed. So,
Yeah, they're like, all right, just go through. It's whatever.
or maybe it's just because they don't give a shit. They don't get paid enough. It's a police state. They're like, no, fucking go through. Whatever.
Or there's that too.
He gets caught. Richard Dawson opens up the thing. He's like, "You know who I am?" He's like, "I do. You're the asshole on TV." He's like, "Funny. I was gonna say the same thing about you."
Oh, you know what I forgot to bring up? Like the limo that he shows up in.
Oh man,
Like that thing
fucking
is like
red burgundy. Like I don't know what the fuck it is. Like I don't know if it's caddy.
yeah,
or
it
some
comes
shit.
rolling up. It's all loud. It looks all cool. I'm like, it's like raised up in the back. I'm like, damn,
Fucking
dude.
badass. What a way to enter. Not just like a regular old stretch limo. No, my god, fucking red, like fucking burgundy.
Yeah. Sorry, I had to bring that up. I thought I was
It's
like,
a
wow,
fucking
that's
sick
actually
limo.
pretty
That
sick.
really is like a fucking rad limo.
Like I don't remember ever seeing a limo that cool in any other movie.
Yeah, I don't think
Like
I
sick
have either.
tailpipes coming out the back and
Yeah,
stuff.
dude.
I'm like, wow, dude, this
Might
is
as
like
well
over
have
the
it, yeah.
top limo.
Fucking
It's fucking
showman,
cool.
dude. You're a
Yeah.
game show host. Fucking flaunt it, my guy. You got
Maybe
personality.
you had that in real life, dude.
That was Richard Dawson's real limo.
If
Rolling
I
up
would have
to
been
the
riding in that, I'd
feud
have been
in
like,
Burbank, just like,
can I like keep this thing?
yeah. Okay, Richard Dawson, you can do whatever you want. You're Richard
Yes,
Dawson.
I'm gonna drive it.
So he blackmails him.
Oh yeah, because he's like, well, I'll
Ben
just get your
Richards.
friends to do it if you don't want to do it. And he's like,
You know, the guys that help you escape from the prison. So he's like, fine, I'll do it. And they we'll put an implant in him, and then they gas him, and he goes to sleep. He buys.
oh
And
yeah,
then there's
all that fucking shit they do to him.
yeah.
I'm like,
And-
why in the middle of your fucking fingers with the shot?
I don't like
And then why with the like drill shot? You know, like what
Yeah.
the fuck? Like, why does everything have to be extra painful?
because they're criminals. They're going on Running Man. They deserve the pain they get. He's the
Yeah.
butcher of Bakersfield. Gosh,
When they
darn
were
it.
strapping him in, like right, like then I'm thought like, man, Arnold does like so much like futuristic stuff. Like he's
Yeah.
in such like most of the movies he's in like are really futuristic. I'm like, damn.
Well,
dude.
I mean, he loves sci-fi, and like he was such a hit with the early ones that he did. Everyone's like, I want Arnold in my sci-fi.
Well, hell yeah, he's like
He
perfect.
fucking
for
does
sci-fi.
great, because it's like more believable that this like big old fucking Austrian buff man gets put in these situations. I don't know why when it's the future, I'm like, that makes sense. That checks out.
Right? Like I don't
Something
ever
about it,
question
I'm
it.
like,
It's like
yeah.
all he's strapped into a chair and he's getting shots, or like in Total Recall.
Oh yeah, just getting strapped to the recall machine, just like willy nilly.
Also
I mean,
having to
later
have,
on
like,
he
a-
rips it out, and then, but
Also having to have the thing in his mouth.
yeah. Oh yeah, a little like a bite
Yeah.
down thing.
You know when
It's
that's
just-
going in, something's gonna hurt, and you're like, oh
yeah,
Jesus.
I'm out. Ooh. Bite down on this, son. It helps. I know.
I know. I used to get beat all the time. Used to get cadets shot in the face constantly.
All the fucking time. Big old
Like,
dum-dums,
When he said that, I was like, "What did you do?"
I once
that was-
said I once said the F word in front of the commander, and I
Oh,
got whipped for it.
Oh
Oh,
fuck, dude!
fudge.
10 lashes.
Oh fuck! I said it. Oh shit!
It's another 10, I guess.
There was that show Climbing for Dollars. I fucking love
Oh, yeah.
that. It's like fucking Doberman's like trying to get this guy, or he's like crawling up, and then it's like they like fucking hit him in the face with like gas or whatever, and it's,
And he
"Oh."
falls. Oh, and the dogs are. I love how it cuts there, and the dogs just.
Yeah.
Ah.
So he's being brought through, and Amber sees him.
Oh, with his
And 'cause-
court-appointed theatrical agent.
I fucking love that too. There's a scene where she saw the TV and they're talking about the escape from the airport, and he's like, he shot multiple people, innocent people, and killed a bunch. And Lady Amber's
She's like,
well, that
"What the
didn't
fuck?
happen."
No." It
So it's like the seed of doubt getting planted in her head.
was great because it was that one guy, and I'm like, "Wait, did they just like shoot like
So like I wonder
Like this
that
is
too. Like
this is what happens when you don't do your job the right way. Pow! Right in the
these
chest.
people
and the
come in and
belly.
go, all right, well we got to make it look like a fucking crime scene. So sorry, folks, and they're just I'm like hitting people up. But
Wow.
that line that he does, so when he signs he's trying to sign the contract and goes like, here, use my back. And to this day, I fucking love this shot. And it's like, don't forget to send me a copy.
Oh man, and when like that lady that's standing when he walks by, that
Her
lady.
friend, oh my god,
Yeah.
you're lucky to survive that kind of guy.
Oh,
Think about what he
man.
could have done to you.
He could have raped you and killed you, or killed you and
killed you
raped
and
you. And I'm
raped
like,
you.
Jesus Christ, dude,
Oh my
chill
god,
out.
Susan, shut the fuck up. I
I
know
know
you
it's
don't
like
get out enough, but oh my god, shut the fuck up.
it's just like, wow, dude, like chill out.
Okay.
Oh, and then
Oh
this
yeah,
is when they
she goes to steal. Does she? No, she doesn't steal the footage yet. I think she steals the
well,
footage.
she
with
gets the
Insane.
idea. I think they show her going
Yeah,
to the room.
yeah, but I don't think they show her stealing it yet.
No. Which
But you
I
know,
guess now that I'm thinking about it, like when they do finally show her stealing, I'm like, she's in that room for a long time, just like
yeah, there's a lot of
walking
little
to
tapes to
the.
go through. She had to keep waiting outside for someone to not be walking by, so she had to look busy. So it took her a long time.
But then that's when he gets out into the audience or whatever. Well,
Yeah.
no, we're skipping the whole like synchronized dance scene.
Oh yeah,
That
nothing says like
future people in the future just love choreographed dance.
and what
apparently.
a great way to start a show. Just like choreographed dancing, choreographed by Paul Abdul, folks. Gigi Lax's wife in the future.
Yeah.
Um,
And it's
but
a
yeah, like
long dance
it
too.
fucking lasts a long time. I'm just like, all right, people were like, yeah,
Yeah,
and
they're
then,
like down, they're dancing too, and I'm like, whoa. Like the
and
future
yeah,
is strange.
you know, he's introducing the Running Man show, and then he brings out the butcher. Well, first they show the footage of the butcher of
Yeah, all that crisp
Bakersfield
footage
that we
of
got to see earlier.
yeah.
The cameramen that are filming this movie, like, you can have the footage, Richard Dawson.
Which is also the footage that what's her name is searching for, the unedited.
She gets the raw footage of what we saw at the beginning of the film, folks.
Yeah.
So she gets to see the director's cut of the
Yeah.
movie, and the audience gets to see the Richard
And
Dawson.
she's like,
cut.
well, that's not cool. We should see the director's cut of this movie.
Yeah.
So that's what she's trying to do.
Release the raw footage cut.
Yeah.
I do like how all the suits are like made by Adidas and shit. Like, you know,
Yeah.
Adidas is sponsoring, you know, the Running Man of people getting like fucking murdered on TV. They're like, hey, it's the future. Gotta make
Yeah,
a
but
buck.
that's like what people are into, so it's all good.
Yeah. And why were the other two dudes, which twist, Killian goes back on his word and he puts his two friends in there. He's like, what would a thing be without your buddies? Kind of a thing.
Just for
Why are
fun.
their suits silver and red? But Killian, or you know, Ben Richards is like yellow and blue or whatever. But the other two dopes only get like the henchman kind of like suits or whatever. But you know, hey,
I don't know. Well, he's like
they're not
maybe
the
it's-
main runners, you know.
Yeah, maybe it's like a Mad Max sort of situation where like what was it? Only what's his name stuff was actual leather.
Oh yeah,
like
like,
everybody
yeah.
else's was like fake leather.
Well, then Amber gets yellow, so you know.
Oh yeah, well she's
We only
also
made two suits. One,
sort of a main character.
yeah, you know, they bring her in on purpose.
But like
I also, oh, go ahead.
well, like when they're bringing him out and like the dancers are all just like yeah and like
Chloe, I like that one that
there's a
like, walks next to him.
there's
you
a
know?
few times it looks like he's gonna laugh. I would have had a
Yeah.
hard time with that.
Especially the ones
like-
like the ladies that are like walking so serious next to him. Like,
Yeah, the leg.
I'm supposed
like,
to be like, oh no, I'm so like, you know, scared. Oh, ew.
yeah. Oh man, they just they're strapping me into this chair.
I also like, I don't like how Killian kept making the audience shout the answer to his question because I
Yeah.
couldn't fucking understand them. So I was like,
Yeah.
I actually don't know what they're saying. So I was like, I was kind of hoping you would say it initially.
They were saying his name, Damon.
They also say like, somebody's like, what does that mean? Who's coming out? Who's coming out? I'm like, I don't understand.
I don't
they're
know.
saying.
Wait, go back.
What
I don't
is
know.
it? Say it at the end because usually they say, that's right, the
But, like,
stalkers.
When they do show his friends, they look so uncomfortable just
Well, they're
hanging
like-
there.
They're
They're
like at this
yeah.
angle. Whereas, Arnold's at a nice in his little bobsled sitting there. Those dudes
They
are at like a fucking
like when they open
vertical.
it, they both look in pain, and I'm like, how long were they waiting before you
Just
like?
in those fucking tubes from like the beginning of the day.
They're like, fuck.
And like they're holding their heads up too. So
Yeah,
they're like, ugh. I feel bad for the dudes. And then they get dropped straight down. Oh,
yeah,
I'll be back.
yeah.
Only in a rerun.
They're like,
And then for
oh,
some reason we have to bobsled them at 300 miles an hour down some
yeah.
tubes where to the point where they're all like,
Yeah, it's like, okay, so like what, like the punishment, damn dude, like,
I feel like that would kill them before they get there because when they hit that net at the end, that's some serious fucking
well, it's also
whiplash.
there's like those jets in the front that
Oh,
like
that's
come
true.
out, so
But
it
that's
kind
still
of
like
slows them
going,
down.
oh, like a sudden
But
stop.
what I'm
Like,
assuming is it's just like part of the punishment,
yeah,
and people are
it's not
so
going to be a
fucked up
good
that
ride.
like people are down to watch people just kill each other.
They're betting on it. They're in the
Yeah,
streets betting on it. So
yeah. So it's like they don't give a shit how fast you're flying down that thing.
they made it. They probably made it like that on purpose. I also do really like the like catching some G-force makeup that they did on people.
Right.
Like they gave them the wrinkles and they're like pulling back on their faces and their cheeks and stuff. They're just like,
Ooh.
I like that without actually having to like blow an air thing in their face or whatever. It's just like makeup.
Then they
It's cool. I
slam to
like
the they hit those nets in the bottom,
I don't know.
and
That's
then are
just going
greeted
on.
by like a bunch of gimps.
And Mad Max dudes, like
Yeah,
and you're getting them out of here and pushing them to the first zone or whatever. Like,
yeah. Oh, and they get Sub-Zero.
yeah. So Charlie's mom, from Always Sunny, that's Charlie's mom.
Oh yeah.
She gets to pick the first stalker. She's like, "Oh, my husband and my kids would say this, but I like my men big and cuddly or whatever, so I'm picking Sub-Zero." I like how he's Professor Sub-Zero too,
Yeah,
not
I was
just
like,
Sub-Zero. I was like, man, he's got like a doctorate or something. Like, what the fuck,
well,
man?
and it's kind of, and
Couple
I thought to
PhDs.
myself like, okay, so he's a professor, and I'm like, that means that like these dudes not only are they like stalkers or whatever, but they're like they have like a professional life outside of
They have a day
being a
job,
stalker.
and then you do stalking for fun. You're like, hey, I like being physical. I like murdering people. I'm gonna do this as a side gig, and you're like, oh, I'm getting really good at it. I'm
Like when
getting
you
this
think
big
when I thought about it that way, it's like how bad should I feel? Like I kind of feel kind of bad for them, but
yeah.
like it's not like they're not getting paid for a job that they probably sort of enjoy.
And now they really enjoy it because they got
Yeah.
fame behind it.
Yeah.
They get merch and stuff like that. So they're like,
Yeah.
oh, this was the best side gig I ever did. This is my full time gig.
Yeah, and then they just get the bloodlust.
Yeah. This is okay. This is a question I have for just most scenes where like betting is going on. So there's bets being placed about they bet over everything in the show, but there's bets being placed about which stalker she's gonna pick.
Yeah.
And like I don't know how the guys taking people's money, A, remember whose money they took and how much, and B, what they bet for. Because it's just so much yelling and chaos. I'm like, how the fuck were they like, this guy bet for
Was there a guy with a
bone
clipboard?
saw or
Because
whatever?
if there's a guy with a
No.
clipboard, that's
It was just the dude taking money and he's like,
Weren't
gotcha,
there
gotcha.
two people?
And
Like
it's
there
like,
was the guy writing the stuff on the chalkboard.
yeah.
See, you got
But then
that.
there was the guy
There you
taking
go.
money and listening to their people and like never relaying it to the other dude. So I was like, how'd they find out? How
The
did
other
they
guy,
like
the
they have
other
a
guy's
great
listening
memory.
in. I
Yeah.
guess.
They have a little headset.
I mean, if that
They got
they know what they're
I mean,
doing. They've been doing it for a while. The Running Man
yeah.
is like a huge thing. It goes on a lot.
I do like. I mean, maybe they have the zones pre-set up, but they set up the Sub-Zero ice rink pretty fast. But that
Yeah.
also makes me think like they have specific zones, for certain stalkers. So they're like, oh, force them to go into this zone because
Yeah.
Sub-Zero was picked or whatever.
Because I mean, that's basically what those gimp dudes do to them is like kind of
Push
corral
them
them
around.
into like the zone or whatever.
Which I just want to know how big the zone is. Like, how much of
Well,
the
that's what I was
fucking
wondering. Like,
city does that
how big
take,
is the
dude?
playing field?
And like what is it used for when it's not being in use when it's the daytime and an episode's not being like are people out there cleaning or do people get to live out there? There's like low income homes and then when there's a Running Man, they're like, you guys can get front row seats. They're like, oh cool, fuck yeah, Running
Well,
Man comes through our neighborhood.
I assume the guy is. I don't know. It just seems like sort of a no man's land because, like,
Yeah.
fast forward to the end when they're like when he's like running from Dynamo and that other fireball.
it's
Like,
like
it's
just,
just
like,
like
fucking,
it's like nothing.
like,
It's just like
rubble.
yeah.
So like, hey,
and trash
you
and
know,
shit. So I guess there could be people out there, but I think even like the resistance goes like, well, we don't like how we haven't been like that far. I don't know. I feel like there's talk of like not being
yeah.
that far out, or they didn't know how far out they were.
And I gotta say, what a great use of, you know, shitty space for like, you know, the government and the people be like, hey, let's use this big old rubble mess. We can use it in a game show instead of having
Yeah.
to, you know, clean it up and make homes. No one's gonna live here anymore. Just make a game show here. Make it a cool
Right.
obstacle course. And I'm like, all right. So we got the Sub-Zero fight. He's got. He had to show off his cool stick, his little goalie stick that can slice through stuff.
Which is
I
pretty
like
cool.
how each stalker gets to do that. They get to like show off their cool powers.
Oh yeah, they come out onto the stage and do like a cool
little cool intro of like, you know, check out my saws or check out my stick and my flamethrowers. But so they're fighting them, and by they I mean just Ben. But one guy gets thrown in the goalie's net like fucking immediately, and it like catches on him. The other dude gets like knocked out or some shit. So
like
you know.
my question to the goalie net thing, it's like like if that happens like at the end of like him, if he would have killed the other dudes, just like walk over there all like, well, now I get to slowly kill you and
yeah,
we'll
exactly.
open this up, and it's just like even worse.
Like I feel like it should be like slowly closing in on the dude or something.
Yeah.
And just crushes him to death at the end of it. But you know,
I know, because I was like, man, like that would suck. You just have to sit there and wait.
watch him come up to you like, ah, shit. But
I'm like, ah, man, now I'm gonna die.
yep. But Arnold or Ben fucking tears off some razor wire.
Oh well, yeah, because he's getting like kind of thrown around.
Yeah, he like hits that fence and like, and fucking awesome. Tripwires him, and then he's like, oh,
and his fingers.
Yeah, I like the one of my favorite one of the, you know, this movie's got so many lines, but this is a line that I used to quote with my buddy at work all the time. Shout out Ty. But here's Sub-Zero, now he's plain zero.
Love it.
And then right after that you get another one of the guys like, what happened to Sub-Zero? It's like, he was a real pain in the neck.
Like, oh, yes.
It's like every time I hear it, I go,
it felt so good, and that's basically what I did every time I heard it too. Just like, oh yeah, hell yes,
yes.
Yeah.
And so then, oh yeah, the crowd's like, oh shit, because like a
stalker's never been everybody's all quiet. They're like, oh well, never had like a stalker killed before, and then
this is really sad,
so that made me
folks.
think. You know the two dudes they show in the beginning, like, oh, there's our last season's winners, and I'm like, so if they didn't kill any stalkers, like how did you just run?
I think you can just run and escape, you know, that's why it's the running man. But like no one's ever killed one before, probably because they haven't put in fucking, what was their dumb idea putting in like a trained military dude that's fucking massive. You're like, what could go wrong? You know, a guy that knows how to fight.
Well, it was for entertainment, and that's
what they got. Because even I feel like even Killian was a bit excited, you know, because the ratings are going to boost now. Because he's talking, I think, like the deputy or like I don't know, somebody fucking big and for like Department of Justice or whatever.
Yeah,
that's the Gilligan's Island joke. He's like, this is, you know, best ratings or like, you know, like
you're not gonna get people to like watch Gilligan's Island. They're just not gonna anymore, basically. And he's like,
and that's what the Running Man's turned into, you know.
Like, you know, this, I love that, you know, the one with the boat.
Yeah, the one with the boat.
And that's when we get to do, or he gets Buzzsaw.
So I think Buzzsaw comes up. No, it's the Buzzsaw and Dynamo. So I think.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if she gets caught yet or hasn't yet, but
they do that.
I think she gets thrown in.
Is that? Well, yeah.
Yeah, so she gets thrown in at this point, and they're like, "Oh, they're saying I'm your girlfriend." He's like, "Maybe I'll strangle you on live TV and break that idea."
Yeah.
But so her and Vice, he's like, "I need to find the relay for the transmitter relays."
Yeah.
So he takes her, because Dynamo finds them. So, you know, Ben and his buddy have to fight Buzzsaw, which is this fucking massive necked, massive faced man.
I know.
Okay.
There's I can't tell what kind of bug this is crawling. So hold on a sec. It kind of just looks like a huge fucking ant. Sorry.
Buzzsaw is ready. On his little motorbike and his chainsaws. He loves my saws because he's like it can cut through steel, and like his little introduction.
Wasn't he like when he's coming in, he like picks up the fucking bike and shit?
Yeah, and then because his intro is he gets to cut all the beams and stuff. Dynamo's intro is he's a fucking trained opera singer.
Oh yeah, cool. So like it's just like these people. They've all got like, you know what? Let me close my window real quick.
Buzzsaw is fighting those two dudes, and his buddy does the cool sacrifice thing. I push him out of the way. He gets a little cut.
He gets sawed.
Yeah, and then he starts dragging Arnold. He does a couple laps, and he ties around that like concrete with a rebar and just like like the fucking flip that he does off the bike. I was like, oh shit, that fucking looked like it hurt.
Yeah.
But he's not dead.
No. Oh yeah, he goes walking up to him.
Try to take the saw. This saw's a part of me. I want it to be a part of you.
Like that guy is like kind of scary. Honestly,
I feel like he's wearing contacts too, right?
Yeah, that's what it looked like, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, dude.
Yeah. And then Arnold turns it around, and I don't remember the pun he says when he gets him in the balls.
Oh, damn it.
I don't remember.
Nah, I should have wrote it down. Damn.
I forgot about that one. He cuts him up the Pangus.
Yep.
And then Amber and Vice, he gets that code. He's like, I'm gonna need you to remember a series of numbers. And after he said them and she said them, I immediately forgot them.
Yep, so I was like,
good on her,
no
dude.
Way, dude.
I would have not remembered that. Like without having a pen, that's not fucking happening. 17. 4B or 9B, and then it's
like two 17s or something.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Resistance. I can't remember that fucking code.
Yeah, sorry, the Resistance stops with me if I have to remember the code.
Yeah, and then like he tries to say it again to her, and then he gets shocked by Dynamo.
Yeah,
like there you are, my sweet, my love, and then he's dead. They don't kill Dynamo? Oh, that's right.
Well, so he's like Dynamo's just like messing with her, like holding her down or whatever.
Yeah, and he shocks her with the yellow lightning, not the blue lightning, which I think is the unconscious lightning.
Yeah, and so she passes out, and
That's
then
right.
and then he drives after Arnold.
Oh, and the Dynamo Mobile. I like how he gets a cool little car.
Yeah.
Oh, he calls him Christmas Tree. That's right. Hey, Christmas Tree. And then he does the smart thing. He runs up a hill.
Which Dynamo's like, I'm just going to go driving up this hill.
I could make that. And then, nope, he can't make it. Oh, Jesus, someone help me. He's like freaking out.
Cut.
Yeah.
I've lost power.
I've lost power. And you think that Ben's going to do it. He's going to kill him. But he's like, I'm not like you. The people at home are like, oh.
Whoa.
He didn't kill him. What? No way. What happened to Buzzsaw? He had to split.
Yeah.
I love it, dude.
Oh, and after this is when Killian somehow gets him on like a camera.
Oh, secret messages him. Yeah, he's like, nobody else can see this, just you and me right now. How would you like a job? You're pretty good at killing. You're pretty badass, dude. We can get you a sick deal.
And he's like, no. I can't remember what he says, but he talks like, about.
Oh, you don't have the stomach for it or something? And he says, was it? Or no, I hope you're hungry because I'm going to ram or something like that. Because I'm going to ram it into your stomach and break your goddamn spine.
Yeah.
I love that. I don't remember what the build up to is. I only ever remember the part of like, I'm gonna ram it into your stomach and
break your goddamn spine. Just tosses that camera on the ground.
You shouldn't have fucked with him, man. He said he'll be back.
That's when you get Fireball.
Yeah, because he's all like, my buddies is going down. Fireball.
And then you got that old lady who is like, she's like, all right, well, who's the next runner you want, or the next
Who do you think the next stalker? Who's gonna make the next kill or whatever?
yeah.
Because yeah, Fireball goes out, volunteers. He gets to shoot his pink fire on stage.
Yeah.
But yeah, that lady has to make a bet of who she thinks gonna get the next kill, and she says Ben Richards.
Ben Richards. That boy's one mean motherfucker. I love that.
I like, and it's like he's like, no, you can't bet on a runner. You have to bet on a stalker. And like even like after she makes that bet, those people outside making bets are like,
Yeah,
oh,
fuck
that's a
yeah,
pretty
let's see
good
get
bet.
his...
That's a fucking good bet, dude. I can make
Yeah.
a lot of money off that. There is a line I forgot when Fireball's out on stage. There's like a guy in the office that's watching this, and I think that's where Jesse Ventura is. And the guy goes, "He's my hero. He's my hero." Like it's just like a background actor just saying that, and I love that. He's my hero.
Wow.
Okay, I want to say though, Fireball's outfit's probably the weakest, and like Dynamo's not that great, but at least he has a cool mohawk and he's like lit up.
Yeah.
But like Fireball's is pretty lame, dude.
I know, like that weird chainmail, like that's
cut resistant. Yeah. And then he's got just like gloves and knee pads and boots on, and then like goggles.
Yeah, I'm like,
that's it. That's all you get.
He does have a jetpack.
That's true. He spent it all on that.
Yeah,
he's an older stalker. He did the game before it was all flashy and cool. So he's like, "Hey, this was my outfit back then, dude."
I like how when it's Arnold and her out looking for the resistance. Oh, when did she? Oh no, that's it. Yeah, she's out looking. They're out looking for that because they don't know Fireball's after him yet. And fucking, she's like, "Oh, we should have just gone to Hawaii." And he's like, "She's like, I had the shirt for it, but you fucked it up."
That line delivery. I wrote that say went down. That line delivery because he's just like, and you fucked it up. I was like, oh, I had the shirt and you fucked it up, dope. But like the way he fucking delivers that line, it's just so casual and funny. I had the shirt, you fucked it up.
I laughed for a little bit on that one.
It's so good. And like the other one, it was that line before. The way he delivers it to her when she's like, and they think I'm your girlfriend. He's like, I can choke you in front of TV and see how they feel about that. And then just like goes back to was like such a like
see how the home audience feels about that.
And just like goes back to fuck it, whatever. You fucked it up. Oh yeah. So she finds no. Fireball shows up. And there's another great line. She goes, Jesus Christ. And he goes, guess again.
Yeah.
Like Arnold says that to her. She's like, Jesus Christ. He's like, guess again.
How do they get split up?
So they're in like the tunnels. And he's like throwing the barrels at her. He's
that's
like,
right.
Run away. And then
she goes running. And he's whipping barrels at him.
And he dumps that liquid. It explodes, and apparently Fireball's hair and face is flame proof because he's just walking slowly through that fire, and it's like just going around that dude's body, wrapping. It's like his hair and his face are just not flammable.
He sprays it down with something before he gets in there. It's like a flame retardant gel that goes over his skin and his hair.
It's really good that you don't see it like all thick.
Well, yeah, it's very thin. Yeah, come on, dude, it's 2019.
That's right. They have really good flame resistant gel.
Yeah.
And it's just such pink flames, dude. Like, I don't know why.
There's probably something you could put in there to make it have a pink flame.
That's how
hardcore. I don't know the chemistry behind it.
That's a hardcore future flamethrower. It's not that fucking typical fire color. It's like pink fire, dude.
Laser
Let's
fire.
That out, dude. Laser. Yeah. So like. Arnold her gets split up, and she finds last year's winners in that locker room.
Yeah,
and
she's just real confident about just taking stuff off of them. They're all looking all greasy and gooey and shit. And she's just like, "Oh,
I got this."
They scared me for a second, but I'll just pull these metal things off.
Yeah. Oh, okay. We need these.
And that's another one of those things where the camera just. This scene I could understand. The camera could be there. There's cameras all over the place.
That's true. It I don't know. They kind of make it seem like not though, because when the Resistance releases that, they show that footage. Because so maybe like Yeah, I guess there could be. Yeah, I guess there could be cameras. They just
That's
don't
the
put the
only.
footage on the like. They don't have the live feeds on those ones because like, oh, we
That's
don't want
the
to
that was
see
the
it.
only thing I could think of. That was the only plausible explanation for that. Because I'm like, how do they have that?
So does that mean everybody in the future just gets constantly recorded just in case they get on the Running Man and they can have footage of the bad thing you did? Like,
I mean, it would be too far fetched that you constantly recorded.
that's true.
But like, as far as like the camera angles and stuff,
Yeah,
being so
it's like
nice, just like, oh,
cool
geez,
and
dude,
like
you always have like a film crew following you around.
yeah.
But
So he's
oh,
about yeah
he finds her
yeah that's
looking at
right.
those. Oh, these are last year's winners. More like last year's losers.
Loses. And then yeah, that yellow bastard's it. Here it comes. This is gonna hurt.
A lot, and I'm
Here
gonna
it
do
comes.
it. Here I go.
I'm pointing it slowly at you.
Yeah.
Here, oh, first I gotta turn it on, and then here it comes slowly at you. I hope nobody gets behind me
Oh, dang it! Because here comes Arnold, and he pulls
from
those
the
little thingies.
ceiling.
Yeah.
This is my gas line. My
Yeah.
gas line.
Oh, my gas line. Oh, that's my only weakness.
Oh,
my gas
my
line.
gas line.
And then he just sits down in that corner.
How about a light? And blows up.
Yeah. And then they proceed to show his burning corpse.
Yeah.
On
And
fucking
then-
TV.
And then Arnold just goes, "What a hothead."
Yeah. I just love the picture, like the footage. It's just like him, like
Yeah.
face down, like
Oh,
yeah.
burning. My gas line.
Oh.
And I will say they got a they must have a I mean I don't know why they I think they threw that in memoriam dance segment together pretty fast.
Right.
You know? Like the Paula Abdul is backstage of like, okay, I have to choreograph and teach you all an in memoriam fucking dance. Okay, let's get this going. We don't have time
Yeah,
to fuck
and
around
put your
with it.
hearts into it, guys. Okay, these men died.
And that was like
They're
before
dead.
Fireball even died. So they're working on this from fucking, first dude from some Sub-Zero. And they're back there. And she's like, all right, we're going to do this move. So it's pretty, I mean, it's also a credit to them being dancers because they remember those dance routines.
That's
pretty
their. I mean, that's
fast.
their job.
I mean, Paula Abdul gets the best of the best when she's making a dance crew. She just
It's
doesn't
true.
get any old Tom, Dick, Harry,
Yeah.
Oh, they want to throw Jesse Ventura in.
Oh yeah.
Because he went back
Because-
from reporter to stalker, folks.
Yep. He's like, no, this stuff is junk. I'm not doing that.
The big metal, when he goes to point, it doesn't work, so he uses the other hand to point at
Yeah.
him. I don't need this stuff. Big old I don't know how they thought that was gonna be good unless they just fucking whipped that together really fast. But like, how is he gonna be able to fight in that shit? They're like,
Seriously. But then they do that footage of him where he's not wearing any of that shit.
yeah, because like he's fighting some little weenie stump double.
Yeah.
But this is where like the most advanced deep fake technology I've ever seen in like motion tracking, because I think it's a fucking
Well,
good,
yeah,
dude.
deep fake existed before.
Yeah, it's in Running Man. They made deep fake pretty early because
Yeah.
they get a scan of Ben's face, put it on a stunt double, perfectly map it, and do like voice augmentation too, or maybe
Yeah.
not. And like
Well, they
it's
kill
like,
her
that's-
first.
yeah, just like.
I'm like, all right.
And then we get it. And when he throws her body in the barbed wire and like
Oh,
the
yeah.
dummy when it first hits it, and then when it's a real lady, it's like and it's
I
just
love
like
it.
the dummy just going like boop. Oh my god. Yeah, then they have a throwdown. They get to fight.
Yeah, they wrestle around a little bit.
Cool. And he gets some good hits on Jesse Ventura, but he's like, no way, Jose. Well, he's like trying to stop it too, and he's pushing him in the spikes, like, and
Yeah.
running up on it, like, and then just pins
And
the
he-
guy to it.
And,
Jesus, you didn't have to kill him.
Well, then, like, they see it in that. Like, at this point, the Resistance people have found them.
Yeah.
Mac.
No, not yet. No, that hasn't happened yet.
Hasn't? I thought they
No,
were
no,
still.
no.
They're like looking, aren't they?
Yeah, so I think they get found by the Resistance after the fireball thing. I forgot
Well,
about
yeah.
that. But Yeah, that's when they. Yeah. Oh, yeah. They're in that room with them, and they're watching the footage of
Yeah.
them dying. Yeah, that's
They're
right.
like, oh,
Yeah.
well,
Congratulations, you're dead.
yeah. They're like, oh, we can just kind of go anywhere, and doesn't Arnold say that? He's
Yeah,
like,
he's
oh,
like, or
cool, we're
she's like,
dead.
we
Like,
can
let's get
go
the hell out of
anywhere,
here.
and he's like, no, we can't. They're gonna be fucking hunting us down for the rest of our lives. They're not gonna let us leave this building
Yeah.
alive. Like he's the yeah, like Arnold
Yeah.
says that because she's like, what are you talking about? We can go over more. He's like, no, we can't, idiot.
Yeah.
They're not letting
Like,
that
they
us
know
here.
we're alive. That's not
Yeah,
like them fooling themselves. Stupid.
like, yeah, they're coming to get us with a bunch of kids as the resistance.
Yeah. Which would probably kind of have to be how it was.
And yeah, I guess that would make a lot more the most sense is like the kids being like, fuck this world, and then like old guys like Mick Fleetwood being like, the world used to be cool.
Yeah.
This is how cool it used to
I
be.
used
Let's
to have this
fucking
sick
take this
band,
down.
bro, and he always wants to play Fleetwood Mac for him, and they're like, dude, we already heard it. It's
We get it. Well, it's the only CDs I have is my own, all right?
You couldn't get anything else. Well, I really, really, really like. Okay.
What I think would have been great is when later on they're storming the place if they put a Fleetwood Mac song over the loudspeakers. You
That'd
can
have been
go
awesome.
your own way.
Go your own way.
She was like, "Oh, I know how to take them down. I have the code for the relay." They're like, "Oh, cool." And she's like, "And we can show them this. It's the raw footage of Ben." And then it's like, "Where were you hiding it?"
I'll never tell. It was in her butthole.
It was, and yeah, the whole time.
Yep.
None of your business, she says.
Yeah.
But we all know.
We all know that as soon as she was caught in that room.
Yeah, she gets it up there pretty quick, dude.
Like
because they like immediately see her, so she just like, cool.
Well, come on.
Oh, well, now we're not gonna grab it. Ew, it's in your.
Well, they just were like, "What were you? Why were you touching what?"
Hmm?
That's it. You're a runner.
Get out of here.
Because like, why wouldn't they search her?
Yeah, seriously. Like, well, they're like, yeah, fuck it, throw her in. If the TSA's that bad, I guess the security on Running Man's got to be pretty bad too. Bunch of underpaid people.
Or they're just like, man, she is just not a threat.
We're good, dude. She's a dummy. Which, they're not wrong. But she's like, she's not. It's not her world. She's like, she writes jingles or like works at the place. She's not like a.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not like she doesn't do like, shit she shouldn't be.
That's true. I mean, she only has like contraband and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's the most outrageous thing she's done. I don't know who edited all that footage together of like the showing the real shit and like it was just edited so well where he's like, I was and it was like a film student. Like they threw that together fast because they just got that footage before they fucking like aired it. They're like, hang on, I'll edit something really cool. It's like, no, we can just play it. No, give me a moment.
No,
I'm gonna edit this really fucking badass, dude.
Like, is then it like kind of so it's gonna hit harder, dude. Just watch.
Dude, it's gonna set the scene, dude. It's like it's gonna be really edited pretty well. It's gonna get the message across, dude. It's gonna look cool. Trust me, dude. I got this. I can do this in fucking 5 minutes. Don't worry.
Like the kid and like the rest of his group, and then he gets that lame
don't touch
that dial. I was like, that was cringy. Ouch.
It doesn't work on you. It works on Arnold.
Yeah. Now if it was Arnold.
See, that's a perfect example of the power of Arnold Schwarzenegger's one-liners. You get that person, anybody, like, Dweezil Zappa or any old Joe, to go, don't touch that dial at that moment. But if Ben were to walk in, if Arnold were to walk in and just be like, don't touch that dial, like, you're like, fuck yeah. Hell yeah, dude.
Like, no problem. Let me just take my hand right off that dial.
Yeah. You're fucking
and that kid comes in and he does it. You're like, fuck you, you little dipshit.
And he's not bad enough to be like, moi? Did you call moi a dipshit? That's not the kind of guy that Dweezil Zappa is in this movie.
And I'm not like saying that I'm like against Dweezil Zappa. I'm just saying that like
his character in this movie is that wimpy kid that joined the resistance. He's the theater kid. He's just like, don't touch that down. You could all beat me really quickly in a fight, but don't try it.
Please I have a gun that I might drop if I shoot. So
Or he'll do the thing where he shoots it and launches
Yeah.
backwards. Woo! Sorry, Dweezil Zappa. Once again, not you, your character.
It's the character.
Yeah. Oh
Hilarious.
yeah, she runs into Dynamo.
Oh.
He's got no fucking pants on or whatever.
So was he? That was my question, because it sounds like he's trying to get one in, but then I'm like, did he slip the pants off
then or
while he was talking about it, or were they already off? Because they zoom out and he's just in his underwear.
I'm wondering if he was trying to it almost seemed like he was trying to get out of his costume, Yeah. I'm not gonna be on the TV the rest of the night. They got me from under my car, and it's just in the middle of taking it off, and sees her. It's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna fight you in my undies.
Yeah, I'm just like,
Yeah.
But then gets electrocuted because of
the water.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, come on, dude.
Yeah.
Covered in electronics.
Yeah, you had to see that coming.
Yeah. Once again, my weakness. Oh, it's water. I forgot about water.
Oh, jeez.
My gas line. My gas line. And then Buzzsaw's like, oh, my dangus. My dangus.
Oh.
No. So then they bust in because the audience is seeing the truth. They're seeing, the veil above lift from their eyes and the real footage of the Butcher of Bakersfield. And then they storm in.
Yeah, and then the police, don't they end up shooting a
They
shitload
shoot
of civilians?
First. Yeah, there's that one shot that poor lady's just in front of that dude, and he just point blank, she's standing there a while. It's not like she ran in front of him; she was already there. And
what's great, the greatest thing about this is also being broadcasted.
Oh yeah.
So there's not really any faking it at this point, and all these people are just standing and fucking watching it, holy shit.
I mean, it's good at that point because they're seeing the truth. So they're like, oh, we have to watch this. This is bad, brutal. This is real instead of televised brutality. It's oh, this is really happening now.
Oh fuck.
So, but they're the ones that shot first, not the resistance. They tried. They tried to get peaceful.
Yeah.
But so there's a shootout, and they're shooting people as they do in a shootout.
Yeah.
And the music in this next scene, it's Richard Dawson, or they're sneaking around, and the fucking music is just a synth going one note, bow, 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 on this time, is so fucking good because it was just for being a one note synth, it was building up a cool tension, but I was this also sounds badass. Just bow, bow. It's just fucking cool. Sorry, I got really excited.
Oh no.
Most people get excited for a very grandiose score of stuff, and I'm like, oh, ooh, that one note sounds pretty fucking
well,
cool,
it's not over the top. You don't need a whole lot to describe what's going on. It does set the scene. I mean, it's sort of a tense,
It also just sounds good on the synth. Yeah. They picked a good wave. They're like, ooh, this works.
Whichever synth they're playing. What was this? 8? Is it 80?
87.
87?
Yeah.
Probably some sort of Roland. They were pretty hot.
Was Moog around? Moog
was around, but that didn't sound like a Moog to me.
Yeah.
It's weird. Once you are hear them a lot, you can kind of tell with the filters.
I see that happening.
The only thing that if it wasn't some sort of Roland Juno something or other, it could have been an Oberheim. But those, because that was used in Blade Runner.
Oh, nice. Okay, I fucking love that one too.
That thing is so good at doing just
horns.
Yeah, just the just make it, and it sounds huge.
Yeah.
That's fucking from the 80s. It's an amazing piece of gear.
Killian's scared, as he should be. Ben's the thing starts. I like when he first sees him though. He goes, "You look pissed, Ben." It's
well, I mean,
you look pissed, Ben.
Yeah.
He's like, well, this is television. People didn't know what they want, so this is what we give them. It's violence. Come on, you can't be mad at me. It's just my job.
Yeah, dude.
And then he throws him in the bobsled. Killian's like, drop dead. I don't do requests.
Yeah.
You thought you could get one on him? Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
Guess again, Killian.
And then bam, he gets flying down. He gets it like way worse though, because he's going like upside down and shit. But,
Yeah.
like, and at that point, I'm thinking like, how
do they not black out, dude?
well, there's that, and like, how do you control it from going upside down?
I don't think
Those
you
other
do.
guys didn't go upside down. They were just lucky.
Maybe they're heavy enough, or maybe Arnold gave it an extra push, like a lifeguard at the water slide. You know, he just gave it that extra push, and that's like.
Well, also he's got like a jump at the end.
Oh yeah, like why? Yeah, how did he get that? And there's no net because he goes up. Yeah.
He goes up, and then he hits that thing, and that's when Arnold's like, "Well, that hit the spot."
Because it's that cola.
Yeah,
Cadre Cola.
Yeah.
It's the one that Richard Dawson endorses, and it goes through the billboard.
Yeah, his very lazy commercial.
Yeah. Hey, it's Cadre soda. That's
refreshing. Yeah, I drink this Cadre Cola.
It's kind of like Orson Welles. Once again, bring back to Orson Welles with that wine commercial that he did, and he was like drinking it during. He's like, sweet California grapes, and he's like progressively getting more and more drunk on each take, and the people that are like there too, they're like, oh, I don't know how to deal with this, but he's just like, no, was there anything better? There's one where they have to remind him they're like recording. He's just like, Orson, sweet California grapes.
I would love to do like if I had to do an alcohol commercial, I'd be like, can I drink it? Like, it might make the commercial better.
Yeah, I won't drink on camera because apparently that's not allowed in the US. But I will drink between the takes and be like, "This has good beer when you drink this. This is what's gonna happen. It's best advertisement right there."
Yeah, and I feel fucking great. Oh,
So
I'm not allowed to curse. I'll tell you who curses.
Good. And if you want to feel this fucking good too, dude, drink this fucking stuff, brother.
What am I drinking? What is it?
Cadre Cola.
It's delicious.
Yeah, that's what I'm drinking. And then she comes around the corner. They got music, cool, badass 80s music playing. They see each other, and then it's a. Oh, look at us! Look at our day started. Goofy.
Yeah.
Today, right?
Yeah. Is that a happily ever after sort of ending there?
Because this is what I'm wondering now. What's the next step in this? Is this like inspire an entire revolution, or like in a more realistic way, it's just like shut down again, where it's like, well, that doesn't matter, you guys can't revolt against us, here's more TV. Like, what happens after this? Like, does this start something?
You would think that it would hopefully start something, because people are seeing like the truth, like what's really going on, like how fucking brutal it really is, and like, but I mean, like,
you don't get to listen.
Somewhat lied to. Yeah, because like they still get to watch TV. They're witnessing all these murders. They're witnessing all this like death and like
but
hardcore
like
fucking shit
in an entertaining, televised way, because they sell it to you as like, oh, they're bad guys, and these cool stalker guys are gonna kill them. Isn't that gonna be cool and fun?
Yeah, they're like the pro wrestlers of that.
Yeah, exactly. So that kind of violence, you're like, yeah, fuck yeah, and then you see like actual violence that's happening, not televised, scripted. You're like, oh no, I don't like this anymore.
Yeah, whoops.
This isn't fun anymore.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I'd have to question a lot of stuff. I was like sitting there like, wow, this is the greatest thing ever. And then I see that and I'm like, I
immediately hate wow, okay, don't condone that anymore.
I am filled with so much regret.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, that's a good wake-up call. So I'd like to think something started with it. People were blasting Fleetwood Mac on the battlefields when they're going after, trying to take down government, bad people, military state. Fucking just blasting Fleetwood Mac.
Right.
Mick Fleetwood, we wish you luck on your revolution in 2019.
Yeah.
Godspeed, sir. Get Fleetwood Mac legal again.
Yeah.
Legalize it.
Yeah, legalize Fleetwood Mac.
Legalize it, dude. Hey, Running Man sure was a good piece of television, but if you want something that's even better than that kind of television, where do they go?
They're gonna head on down to projectnerd.com. That's project-nerd.com. You're going to find all kinds of fun, nerdy stuff there. You're going to find us doing sweet reviews on sweet-ass movies like this one, Running Man. It's awesome. But you're also going to see cool stuff like on wrestling and unboxings and cosplay and just funny stuff and entertaining stuff. And maybe you'll learn something too. I don't know. Awesome.
Project-nerd.com. We're Richard Dotson. These are pinky rings. You know what? Let's review the movie.
All right. Let's do that. This movie will always have a special place in my heart. I saw it at a young age. I want to say I was probably in like middle school, and it just, I'm a huge Arnold fan as it is. So like this definitely was one of those. I was like, oh my god, blown away. Like, just I don't know. I think maybe I just sort of also have a thing for like dystopian future movies.
Yeah.
With Arnold Schwarzenegger. Like he's in a lot. He's in a lot of futuristic movies.
They're like good.
Yeah. But I don't know. I mean, this is just a decent, good action movie. Like, it's cheesy, but it's cool. Like, I don't know. There's not really much to say about it. Like, as far like I've seen it so many times. I've ran this movie into the ground, and like it's always awesome every time I fucking watch it. I'm gonna give this movie a 10 out of 10 Killians.
Ooh, Killians, awesome. Goddamn spines. I mean, basically everything you said. Like, it's just always been a classic for me. I fucking love it every time I see it. Just like you said. Basically what Dane said. I fucking love Arnold. Love one-liners. Love sci-fi dystopian movies with Arnold Schwarzenegger. All around fun fucking film every fucking time. I'm gonna give it 10 plain zeros out of 10. Not like a zero, but like zero in the movie, folks.
Yeah,
it's back to that.
It's a reference. That's a callback.
It's a callback. We do that
to the movie. We do that to movies that we watched a long time ago in new episodes of this show. So
yeah, we do callbacks to our own show that nobody remembers. Anyway. Yeah, check out Running Man. If you've never seen Running Man, you should watch Running Man. And if you've seen Running Man, go fucking watch it because it's an amazing movie.
Go watch it again.
I guarantee you're going to be like, yeah, it is.
And leave us a comment and talk about whether or not it's a good movie or it's not a good movie. And what do you think? Is it a good movie? Are we wrong about Arnold? No, we're not.
Doubt it. Fuck, prove me wrong.
No.
You can't. So, but yeah, that's it. And for Two Guys, One Film, I'm Dylan.
And I'm Dane.
And I got no pun, Arnold. I'm sorry, Arnold. I failed you. See you next week.